Welcome to Yoga Flow. My name is Ellen. Happy Friday, happy New Year's Day. Things we'll need today. Grab a block, if you have a block. Also, you could grab some yoga blankets. If you have yoga blankets, or you could fold up some towels so that they're about the size of little bolster pillows. On Fridays for Yoga Flow, I like to work on project poses in addition to doing vinyasa flow, so kind of a slow flow vinyasa. Nice mellow flowing vinyasa practice, but we'll pause also for alignment, more hatha style, slow flow vinyasa. So today's project pose that we'll be working on or working toward is crow pose or kakasana. Couple variations on crow pose, but basically crow pose is an arm balance. It's a low tucked little arm balance. So things that we'll need to work on in order for our bodies to be prepared for postures like crow pose is hip openers. So we'll do a lot of work on opening the hips, and then we'll work on flexion and back bends so that we can really tuck the body. Need to have some upper body strength and some core strength. So over time, as we practice project poses, we work on building strength, building flexibility, and then learning ways to kind of approach postures. So it's not like we're just jumping right into the crow pose, but we'll learn how to work toward it. And then one day when you're working toward it, you might just pop right into crow. So something to think about as well once we start moving into crow is that we'll be kind of at the back edge of our mat and in a little crouch down. And as we start lifting, sometimes the body has momentum moving forward. So I would recommend that you, once we get to crow, just in case I forget to mention it a little bit later, if you're in your living room or in your bedroom or something, try to have something in front of you. You could even move a little closer toward like the couch or something soft at the bed, just in case you do kind of start. I almost think it's like, I always feel like a crow, like I'm taking off flying. So you might do that, who knows? So anyhow, let's start in seated today. So finding any comfortable seated posture. And you might need a block for a little bit later, so just have your block nearby within reach. Starting in Sukhasana, easy seated pose, or any variation on a comfortable seat. And bringing our focus internal. So maybe that means closing the eyes. And we'll just begin to focus on the breath. Our yoga breath. We're breathing in and out through the nose. So just begin to take really long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. First few breaths really fill the body with air. Probably haven't been breathing as deeply and as fully just in regular life. So unless we've already been practicing some meditation, which maybe we did, let's begin to really retrain our style of breath. So long, deep breaths. Maybe when we're really full of air, take a little pause and just relax with the sensation of being full. Long breath out, finding emptiness. And a little pause with a suspended exhalation. So we're just observing the pauses on both ends of the breath. And settling on a pace of breath that's comfortable for you right now. And try and keep our breath flowing throughout our practice. We try to keep the mind focused on the breath and the body. Try to keep the mind in the present. So focusing on the breath, on the postures. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. We'll cross our leg in the opposite fold if we have the opposite to how we were seated. Centered, still internally focused. But we'll let the chin tuck, let the head fall forward, shoulders relaxed. So just the top of the spine, just the neck beginning to flex forward. Pause where you feel a good stretch. And you can continue just rolling your spine forward and down until you find that stretch. And as we inhale, realign your spine, lift your head, lift your chin, let your head fall back. So now stretching front of the neck. We can move our facial muscles around if you like. Try and relax the shoulders though, probably feeling a little pressing or compression on the back of the neck. Always make sure you can swallow and breathe when we let our head fall back, that you can actually relax. Inhale tall. One more time now. We'll tuck the chin, shoulders relaxed. This time also tuck the tailbone. So hands could hold knees, round your spine. Hands gripping. We can just let our body weight fall into flexion, the spine, the neck relax. So this tucking is called flexion in our spine. Good time to exhale. And then as we inhale, we'll extend the spine. So the opposite, create the back bend. So leading with your chest. On the exhale, round and tuck. Let's take 3 breaths. Find that little pause, that moment to relax. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Whatever pace we're going here, another breath or two. Rolling through the vertebrae. One more breath here. Nice and tall, and then back to center. Beginning to move our shoulders left to right. Just like to begin warming up for yoga by moving our spine in all 7 directions. We got flexion and extension. Lateral movement, left and right. Come to center, inhale, left arm reaches up, pause to let shoulder drop. Leaning toward the right. So get a nice long lateral stretch on your left side body. And you could turn the neck to gaze down, forward and up. A little rotation in the neck. Inhale tall, right arm reaches, shoulder drops, leaning left. Breathing. Just find that stretch, whatever feels good for your body. One more breath here. Inhale tall. Beautiful. All right, so nice and tall, little tuck to the chin. Imagine that you're spacing a little more space between all your vertebrae, one above the other. This is called axial extension or neutral spine. Turn the neck to gaze toward the right and then the left. So we begin twisting our spine or rotating around axial extension. So those are the other directions. The spine stretches tall into axial. And then twisting right and left. Beautiful. Right, gazing over right shoulder, turns to gaze right. Right arm comes around behind, so we'll twist right. The rest of the spine follows the twist. So inhale some length as we get a little leverage. Left arm could be your leverage on the right leg. Neck turns to gaze over shoulder. Breathing, so make sure we're nice and tall and long. Come back to center, back to our axial extension. Neck turns to gaze left. Left arm comes around behind. Fingertips just root down, help the body stay tall. Right arm over to left leg. And inhale some length. Nice tall spine. Exhale the ease. Beautiful. And then just a few fluid twists. Side to side. Kind of a flowing fluid movement. Breathing. Beautiful. All right, back to center. Let's switch posture. Butterfly. Bottoms of feet together now. Feet can be closer in toward your body or a little further away. Decide how that feels with your thigh bones, kind of in the hip socket there. With your hands, you could try to open the bottoms of feet just a little bit. That might help hips open. But sitting up nice and tall. So just relaxing into the hips. We'll take right ear to right shoulder. So get a little neck movement in here. Turn the chin toward the collarbone on the right. And we'll roll the head forward and down. And roll the head left ear to left shoulder. Come up tall again with your spine, but left ear to left shoulder. We'll tuck the chin to the collarbone. Roll the head forward and down. Another half circle. You could go half circle or full circle if you're ready. And let the head roll all the way around. Breathing a couple times clockwise and counterclockwise. Figure out if you've got any tight spots you need to go find again. Search those out. Work through them gently. One more breath. Tall again, back to center. Beautiful. All right. So let's roll onto our back. Hug your knees into chest. Your knees a little squeeze in and tuck the chin. Rock a few times side to side. Nice long spine. Hold your right knee in. Extend your left leg long. And we'll open the right hip. Let your right knee drop open so the hip opens. Bring a little movement into the hip socket by moving your thigh around a bit. Beautiful. We'll cross the left knee over to right. Left hand holds the knee. Right arm out to the side. Turn your neck to gaze right. Quick little spinal twist here. Right knee drops left. Breathing. Just pause for a moment. Relax. We'll come back to center. Right knee to chest. Switch legs. Left knee in, right leg long. Left hip drops open. Find a little movement. You can move the thigh around a little bit. We'll bring our left knee over to the right hand. Right hand holds the knee. Left arm opens out to side. Neck turns to gaze toward left as knee drops right. Maybe you tuck right hip under a little. Breathing. So nice long spine. Remember, axial extension. Picture that in your mind's eye. Beautiful. Back to center on our backs. Nice. All right, so hug both knees in. And we'll hold behind our legs, kind of behind the thigh. Little tuck to the chin. Lift your tailbone off the mat. And then we'll use momentum as we roll on up to seated onto our back again. So keeping your spine rounded in flexion as we rock and roll on the length of our spine. Get a little momentum here. Maybe we cross ankles as we come to seated. And we'll flip on through to tabletop, hands and knees. So whenever we plant our hands on the earth, typically in yoga, most often, fingers are wide, wrists are right beneath shoulders, knees are right beneath hips as well. So drop the belly, arch the back, hips and gaze high, cow pose. On the exhale, round and tuck, tailbone tucks, flexion. Taking seat back toward heels, child's pose. Beautiful. Gaze forward, walk your hands a little further forward. Pinkies reaching for the outer edges of the mat. So we've got a little space between our hands. Now when we come up back into our cat, you can round your spine. Then drop the belly, arch the back, cow pose. We'll let our hips settle toward the earth. Shoulders over wrists. So get a little back bend here. Maybe your hips don't come all the way down to the mat. But if it feels good, you could take a little back bend in your neck as well. Inhale. Have a modified upward dog. Exhale. Back to child's pose. Seat to heels. Beautiful. Inhale, cow. One more time. Belly drops. Exhale, round and tuck for cat. Beautiful. Back to child's. Inhale. Let's come forward to the belly now. So set your ribs down right between your hands. A little tuck to the chin. Point your toes and lift your upper body. So hands are right beneath shoulders. Elbows are tucked in. Toes are reaching. We're getting lots of length in the whole back body. Whole posterior chain. Baby cobra. Back strengthener. So hands hover. Gazing down. Press your hands lightly into the earth if you want to find a little more back bend up into cobra. And exhale, rounding back to child's pose. Beautiful. One more of those. Inhale, forward. Baby cobra, maybe cobra. Always interchangeable. Upward dog is another option. So wrists right beneath shoulders, thighs off the mat. Rounding back to child's. Beautiful. All right, child's pose. Let's tuck our toes under. Walk your hands back towards your body and we'll come into a little yogi squat. So really round your spine over your thighs. Walk your hands in a little closer and we'll extend our legs, finding ragdoll forward fold. So leave a little bend in your knees. Let your ribs rest on your thighs. Maybe a little sway. You could hold opposite elbows. Breathing. Beautiful. A little more length to the legs. A little more hamstring stretch. Inhale, half lift. Torso nice and long. Hands to knees or shins. Draw the belly in. Shoulder blades moving down your rib cage towards your seat. Crown of your head is moving forward, tailbone back. On the exhale, hold your long spine. Axial extension as we go just a little further forward. See if you can take your half lift a little lower. Beautiful. And then release. Back to our ragdoll. Forward fold. Knees bend. Inhale, rolling up to sky. Reach and gaze. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sky. Reach and gaze. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Beautiful. Knees bend, rolling up to sky. Reach and gaze. Hands to heart. One more time. Forward fold. Find your ragdoll. Rolling up to sky. Reach and gaze. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Release. Tadasana. Mountain. Inhale, sky. Exhale, forward fold. Surya Namaskar. Sun salutation. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walking hands out to plank. So hands, shoulders width, feet, hips width, seat in line with spine, shoulders right over wrist. Keep your belly drawn in, your neck in line with spine. High plank. You could be on toes or knees. On the exhale, high to low, chaturanga, elbows tuck in, baby cobra or cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg to sky, split dog. Breathing, so pushing earth away, maybe bending knee. One more breath here. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, gaze to your hands, step or hop, forward fold. Front of the mat this time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale to heart. Back to mountain, Tadasana. Beautiful. Other side. Inhale, sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bending knees, hands plant, plank, step or hop. High plank, chaturanga. High to low. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. So feet, hips width, hands, shoulders width. Push the earth away. Gazing back. Inhale, left leg to sky. Split dog. Breathing. Option to bend left knee. Can open the hip. Inhale. On the exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Bend the knees, gaze to the hands. Step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Release, Tadasana. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to move into, from mountain, a little different flow. So turn palms in, Samasthiti. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees bend, arms lift forward. You have a little space between the knees and the feet. Some lineages of yoga, there's many lineages of yoga, practice wider or narrower. but typically even space between knees and feet. Shoulders down, breathing, Utkatasana, so weight is back, seat over heels, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale back to our chair, Utkatasana, knees bend, arms lift. On the inhale, legs long, all the way up to sky. Let's do a shoulder roll, back and down, forward and up, chair pose, seat back. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Inhale, all the way up to sky. One more shoulder roll. Beautiful. Inhale, reach to sky, gaze to sky. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. And we'll step back to plank. High plank, chaturanga. High to low. Inhale the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, left leg to sky. On the exhale, left foot steps forward. Between the hands, plant your back heel as we come tall. Warrior 1. So left knee bends, right heel angles back. Right toes can fan out a bit. Left knee right over ankle. Hips are rotating counterclockwise, so our body faces forward. Shoulders down. Breathing. Inhale, warrior 1. On the exhale, both legs long. Pyramid pose, half lift. Let your spine fold toward front leg. Breathing, settling forward. One more breath here. You could have a block for your hand if your hand doesn't quite reach. Beautiful. Inhale back to our warrior 1. Left knee bends, body tall, shoulders down. We rotate our body toward the right, arms parallel to earth. Warrior 2, left knee over left heel. Heel to heel alignment, front foot to back. So maybe that left foot steps right just a little. Shoulders over hips. Beautiful. Neck turns to gaze toward the left arm. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Right arm drops back, left arm lifts, gazing up. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior 2 to extended side angle. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm to sky, gaze to sky. Right arm can reach further left. Beautiful. Inhale, little vinyasa. Peaceful warrior, left arm back, or right arm back, left arm lifts. Beautiful. Exhale, side angle. Leaning left. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, peaceful warrior, right arm back, left arm lifts. Warrior 2, exhale. Beautiful. Both legs long now. Body faces right. Triangle pose. Lengthen forward into the left arm. Find a good stretch in your left leg. Pause the body when you do, and then windmill the arms. Right arm straight up to sky. Neck turns to gaze up. Breathing. So draw the belly in. Drop your right shoulder down. Trikonasana. Beautiful. Inhale, tall, and reverse. Right arm back, left arm lifts. Beautiful. One more triangle pose. Arms parallel. Reach out into that left arm. Windmill the arms. Gazing up. Settle a little deeper. Maybe left hand reaches toward earth more. Inhale, tall, and reverse. And release. Body tall. Let's turn all of our toes toward the right now. A little wider stance, but come in just a little narrower. Heels in, toes out. So we want to open our hips. So turning our heels in and our toes out opens our hips. Beautiful. Knees bend. So keep your seat tucked in. Keep your ribs tucked in, your chin tucked. Opening our knees over our feet. So we want thighs kind of moving out at the same angle as the feet. Breathing. garland or malasana. Inhale, star, legs long. Arms reach out, shoulders drop down. Goalpost arms back into our knees, goddess pose. Beautiful. You can turn palms to face head. One more star, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Legs long, arms parallel. All right, back into that warrior one. So right heel turns back, left toes toward the left, body faces. Bending left knee. Beautiful. We'll come into our warrior one. So swivel your hips, body faces left legs, arms reach. Planting hands, plank, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale the back bend. Exhale, down dog. Couple breaths here. Breathing. So pushing earth away. One more breath. On the inhale, right leg to sky, split dog. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left heel plants. Right knee bends, body tall. Warrior one, so hips rotate clockwise this time to get body facing forward. Arms reach, shoulders drop. Beautiful. Left leg is strong. Left heel angles back, kind of rolling into the outer edge of your left ankle, outer edge of your left foot. Breathing. Inhale. And on the exhale, both legs long, arms release. Long spine folds toward front leg, pyramid pose. Breathing. So for focusing on stretching the back of the right leg. Hands could be on your leg, hands could be on the earth, hands could be on a block. One more breath here. Nice long spine, axial extension. Beautiful. Inhale back to our warrior one. Right knee bends, body tall. Rotating our body toward the left, arms parallel to earth, shoulders over hips. Neck turns to gaze forward. Heel to heel alignment, front foot to back. Make sure that right knee's right over heel, front to back aligned. Breathing, shoulders over hips. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Left arm back, right arm lifts. Inhale. On the exhale, warrior two, transitioning into our extended side angle. Right elbow to right thigh. Left arm to sky, gaze to sky. Maybe left arm reaches further right. Little vinyasa. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Left arm back, right arm lifts. Exhale, extended side angle. One more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, tall. Back to our warrior two. Beautiful. Both legs long now. Body faces left. Triangle. So reach into the right arm. Now we're focusing on finding that good stretch in your right leg. When you find it, pause the body, windmill the arms. Neck turns to gaze up. Left shoulder drops down. Breathing. So body stays facing left or up. Right hand could go maybe a little deeper as long as we don't rotate our body toward the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, tall, and reverse. Left arm back, right arm lifts. One more triangle pose. Reach out into that right arm, windmill the arms. Exhale. Inhale, tall, reverse. Beautiful. Back to our warrior two. Back to our warrior one. Swivel those hips clockwise, body faces forward. Planting hands, plank, chaturanga, high to low. Take the time to get your alignment. Inhale for the back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. Beautiful. little bend to the knees, gaze to the hands, step or hop. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Release, mountain. Beautiful. Feel free to grab some water if you need water. Let's kind of find our mountain, our Tadasana. Back edge of our mat, so facing the length of your mat. Feet about hips width. Body grows tall. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. It's a little standing balance. Set your focus off in the distance. Hold focus. Lock your gaze, your drishti. Transfer the weight into your left foot. So really push left foot into earth. We'll lift our right heel off the earth. When you're not using right leg to balance, turn the right hip open. So right knee opens out. You could have toe down on earth. You could lift the right foot into the left calf or the left upper thigh. Lots of arm options. Breathing. If you're having one of those days where balance is kind of a challenge, you don't have to be too far away from a wall, just a little fingertip to the wall. Gives the brain a little reminder of where you are in relation to the earth. Easier to balance. Beautiful. All right, tree pose, Vrksasana. So here's an option if you'd like to practice something a little different. Right hand reaches for the right foot. So we can hold that right foot, kind of draw it up a little closer toward the body. Beautiful. And then yogi toe lock. So first two fingers on your right hand, kind of grab the right big toe, and wrap around the toe. Beautiful. That's called yogi toe lock. Left arm is a good counterbalance here. Lift your right knee. Push your left foot into the earth. Body's growing tall. Beautiful. And then as you find your balance there, you can break this down. If you find your balance, right leg could extend out. So just push that right heel out, kind of forward. You could have any amount of bend in your knee, or you could push it out, kind of open your hip as well, out to the side. One more breath, whatever we're working on, tree or extended. Beautiful. And we'll come back to mountain. Hold your focus though. Set both feet down, keep focus, transfer weight into right foot. Push right foot into earth. Body zips up tall. Left heel lifts. Left hip opens. So left hip opens, left knee opens out to left. Keep that right side tucked in. Keep that body zipped up, engaged, nice and tall. Breathing. So if you're just practicing tree, you're going to hold this one for a while. Focus on breath count. How many breaths do you take? You can kind of give yourself a comparison from time to time. Beautiful. But if you want to practice that extended tree, reaching for the left foot, we'll make that little hand mudra, yogi toe lock, with your left hand holding the big toe. Beautiful. Right arm is standing as a counterbalance. And we'll lift that left knee. So pushing right foot into earth, body grows tall. This might be your practice here. And find your balance. And if you find the balance there, extend out into the left heel. A little more length in that left leg. So if you have really tight hamstrings, the leg might not extend fully. That's fine. Maybe open the hip a little more out to the left. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Back to mountain, holding focus. 2 feet down. Beautiful. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now we'll come down into our yogi squat again. So bending knees go straight ahead. Find your balance here. So fingertips can touch down as we lift our body tall. Find your focal point. Lock your gaze. Beautiful. Hands to heart. So option to stay low. Option, you could extend length into your legs. You could either stay on the balls of your feet or you could go flat foot. Inhale, reaching up. Same way we came up, let's go down. Hands to heart, back into that yogi squat. Beautiful. And down. All right, so we're at the back of our mat now. So moving into our little crow pose prep. So we'll start in our yogi squat on the balls of the feet and then open the hips. So let your hips kind of drop open. Plant your hands about shoulders width apart. Fingers are wide, pointers are parallel. So we want that stability of hands being about shoulders width, nice sturdy base. Notice your forearms are parallel to each other. As we start crouching down a little lower, take your gaze forward to the front edge of your mat. So hips are opening, we're rounding our spine. Got a little back bend in our neck. It's key to keep that focus forward. So keep your gaze locked at the front edge of your mat. Slide your hands back towards your feet a little bit more. We're still keeping them shoulders width apart, but you notice how your upper arms are making a little ledge now for your shins. Plant your hands wherever you find stability, right beneath your shoulders distance apart. Beautiful. Now point your toes and lift your hips and then settle the seat down. So just a little kind of like a crow squat. I'll call it a crow squat. So pushing earth away as you lift your hips. Bend the knees more as you settle deep. Beautiful. So that's prep there. Beautiful. As we do that, kind of lean your body weight forward a little so you're using that ledge. Maybe you can take the weight out of one foot. Maybe you can lift one foot off. Gazing forward. Maybe you can lift the second foot off. Beautiful. One more breath, whatever we're working on here. Back to that squat. Child's pose is next. So keep your head low, drop your knees, forehead and chest toward floor. A couple breaths. Just kind of tuck your chin. Extend the child's pose, or you can bring your arms back by your feet. You want to get a little tension out of the neck. Maybe you tuck the chin. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale, let's come tall onto the knees. Hero's pose, and then up onto the actual knees. So hips above knees, hips, knees, and feet are all in the same line, right? So let's put our hands on our back pockets here. Lift your gaze up, lengthen your spine. So think about more space between all the vertebrae. Beautiful. You could tuck your toes under if you like to. Get a little more stretch in the bottoms of the feet. Hands push the seat forward so we keep our hips right over knees. Increasing your back bend for camel pose. Just allow the head to fall back just to the point where you can still swallow and breathe and relax. Beautiful. Maybe hands reach back for heels. Maybe you do one at a time. Maybe left arm reaches, and then right arm reaches. One more breath here. Beautiful. Very slowly and gradually come on out of that. Back to our hero's pose. Back on the knees. And we'll find our child's pose. Forehead and chest to floor. All right, bring your back to your feet. We'll go into rabbit pose now. Take a gaze back between your knees, or imagine that you can see between your knees if they're together. Gazing back, tuck your chin even more, lift your seat, and roll so the top of your head is down now. Push your shoulders away from the earth. Breathing, so just a little deeper flexion here. One more breath. Rabbit. Beautiful. Back down. We'll come back to our hero's pose. Onto our seat, legs in front of us, all the way down. Roll onto your back, Full body stretch. Stretch a little into the left side, stretch a little into the right side. Beautiful. We'll bend our knees. Plant your feet. Open your arms straight out to the sides. We'll end your final couple of postures with spinal twist. So version I like best is taking left leg, crossing it over right leg. So both knees bent, left over right. That's just one option. You could keep knees side by side as well, or you could extend your right leg long and keep your left knee bent. And we'll let our knees drop toward the right. So right hip tucks under as we let the spine begin to twist. Neck turns to gaze toward left. Make sure that we're aligning the spine in axial extension. Try to get both shoulder blades down. Breathing. And resting. Just a couple breaths here. Observe what's tight. Spinal twist is an excellent posture to loosen up muscles in the back. Great counter stretch for back bends or flexion. One more breath here. Beautiful. And untwist the neck. We'll take the rest of the spine back to center as well. Uncross your legs. Find your symmetry. So both shoulder blades down, little tuck to the chin, tailbone tucked under. Other side. So you could do that right knee crossing over left knee version. You could have both knees side by side. Or left leg long, right leg bent. And let our knees drop toward the left. So this time that left hip tucks under a little more. Maybe you pick your body up off the mat a little bit, the seat and the shoulder blades. Both shoulder blades root down. Neck turns to gaze toward the right. Breathing. Are you clenching any muscles? Can you loosen them up a little bit? Sometimes we're just not really noticing that we're tightening things up. Sometimes it's pretty easy to let it go. Sometimes it's because you're a little too deep, so you might need to back out a little so you can relax. One more breath here. Beautiful. And we'll come on out of our twist. Neck first. Rest of the spine follows. Back to center. Hug the knees. Give those knees a little squeeze. Little rock side to side. Shoulder blades tuck under. Beautiful. Final asana before our shavasana. Extend both legs up toward the sky. Legs up the wall pose. So arms are just relaxed by our sides. Feet are parallel, about hips distance apart. Really pushing up into the heels. Upper body relaxed. And we'll extend arms as well. Arms and legs parallel. Pause though. Let your shoulders relax. Feel gravity settle the shoulder blades into earth. And we'll bend our knees. Open the hips, open the knees, reach to hold the feet. Happy baby pose, smiling. Don't forget to add the smile to relax the face, to shift our energy a little happier. Maybe we rock side to side, breathing. Inner thigh stretch, stillness or moving. Arms are heavy, just kind of like an added weight. Helps us increase the stretch. A little more leverage. One more breath here. Happy baby pose. And release. Release your grip. Hug the knees in. We'll plant our feet. Open your arms out to the sides, wherever it's comfortable. Maybe about 45 degrees or so away from body. And extend the legs. Let your heels find the outer corners of the mat. Heels in, toes out. So hips open. Finding symmetry. Maybe you rock the head side to side. So set the body, set the posture. As much as we can perceive symmetry. And just bring the mind's eye to focus somewhere within. Maybe the mind's eye focuses right in the center of the head, center of the brain, center of the forehead, wherever that feels right. Maybe the mind's eye focuses as if we're gazing down the tip of the nose, but our eyes are closed. Maybe our mind's eye is focusing on heart center, the palms. Just begin to observe the breath. We don't need to control the breath. Just allow the mind to watch the breath. Bring the mind, the body, the breath, the heart together in union. And that union of mind, body, and breath is yoga. It's what the whole practice of asana, of breathing, of stretching, of strengthening, of surrendering. It's what it's all for, to find yoga. If you want to take a nice long shavasana, which is traditional in practice, please feel free to stay as long as you'd like in your shavasana. Whenever you're ready to come out of shavasana, begin to bring the breath deeper, deeper breath in the body. Maybe bring a little movement back to the fingers, the wrists, the hands, the feet, facial muscles. You could move the jaw, the tongue, maybe swallow. Bigger movements, deeper breath. Whenever you're ready, bending knees, planting feet, roll to the side. Take your time as you find your way back to seated, back to center, back to breath. Internal focus, dhyana. And we'll bring hands to heart center. This traditional hand mudra as we bow the head, honor the heart. Inhale, lift our mudra to our forehead, ajna, as we honor wisdom. Hands to mouth, our throat, vishuddha, as we honor truth, kindness, kind words. May we all on this New Year's Day resolve to live in the moment, for the awareness of the moment unveils the mystery of our inner spirit and tells us we are here to live in harmony with others, and together we build the vibrations of peace and harmony. May we remember on this New Year's Day, all good lies before us. May we see the good in ourselves. May we see the good in others. Namaste. Thank you for practice. Happy New Year. Namaste.